Okay, it's for Yasanso Abebio all sports GH YouTube. But I'm not subscribing now. Subscribe. Catch them. Let's get going because there are lots of things to discuss. Yeah, now the monk money be brain. Of course, when we say me bar, mini big. Bibi ase ye die. Na me adom bibi aye fine kwaku. Okay. Ye be bon komo be brain ne ensem be bre e wo ho. Unim say na Chelsea for a training ewie omu wie ye no wan for training ni wo ho a omu wie na place not na bus so omu ekwanti Chelsea hwe television so a boys na ekono no Enzo Maresca no goalkeeper Roberto Sanchez and so no Marco Kurela and to say Malo Costo Chelsea eko na nkwanso eko CCA awone Nottingham we say crucial game and ebe so very, very important. Anyway, talking about Chelsea, and that's also clubs in the training Liverpool for him there. In fact, I'm going to call gym answer.
Okay.
I'm going to gym sessions. Kakransa. Into Ohe gym now flowing vet and that television or so no. Into Liverpool gym sessions no na go. Come. We no call park and so. Ni nyina na se mo betse ofo no mo mini mu brutal what say
omunyiro
mo say om so mele mu brutal om be se mu brutal
omunyiro mo so mo no mo wini match ache
say
omunyiro mo oh so mo wini match ache say the last 3 matches o mo nhye bi
well
ana nti omunyiro mo na o mo
munya na 4
oh ye de say o mo say ye nya de ana Ede da from go gudu da from so nsura hwe ase
Arsenal so training and omokoche Bukayo Saka de 250 appearances
wow
our premiership premonti and then me share that me start say and then me commit through teams ni nyina don't wanna omo training grounds dey see here and akore Max Duman and Dauman on so making a debut our premiership anymore. See, and this is so now was almost so a year baby at the man. Into the course so our training grounds no. Now Biggie Ruben Amorim and I must say Manchester and Liverpool difference a woman and a Ruben Amorim I check them the gap between Manchester and Liverpool. Obekaya and I mean kind of a breachy. Okay. Sometimes things change very quickly. But when you look at the history of the two clubs, you see that a club can go through difficult periods, which happened to Liverpool when Manchester United were winning everything. You have to be realistic and honest with the fans. Or you're realistic and honest with you guys. We can win any match and we can win the next match if we want to reach the same level as Liverpool in the future, which is the idea. I don't know how long it will take.
First paragraph no. I say a to dia na enema sesantem pa. Say o hwe meka se teams ni mienu ebra o mabo ene de o maye no a kire se clearly na de to Manchester United enche ye kura na ebi to Liverpool abra na Manchester United gina ne na so a ade bia na se United gibia na oje no na Liverpool tutu team no ebre na second paragraph no e no say e wo se e ka no kre e de cheer supporters no omo betimi a win match bia and now I'm going to be so a winning match at Tosso. A bet me a see. Name say all person drew in Pempensona, Liverpool, a 1-1. Mitchell on Chohoka Kama, Bacho match. Almost person drew Pempensona, Liverpool 1. And no money so I do no. The woman say a bet me a see. Name on him brave.
See, first of all, I want to ask to say. Amorim, why very honest now?
He has been very honest.
Because I am saying one or say, okay, you have to be realistic and honest or kind of credit actually.
Yes.
Say maybe buyer na Man U for June money na Liverpool for
Liverpool da form say team.
And say near my adane. Nti ebeche okan niem say it's nyina say ebeche brutal.
Kwaku
ana
many amori mbe ya adwen. The woman say Manchester United as a club. CCI United were form. Said the Amorim kan no. Na said the Osanso kan say ebesi se mre besesa niam abedane. Dem ontimi nkyire emre 20 ebedi anase say ye ne say ye kina debi. That is the reality.
Okay.
It is because this season so Manchester United bobo ko no a players and the players Manchester United are to be ba no correct. But Manchester United you to be no omo compete no omo da na omo nai. If you are looking at Liverpool and United nene kwa akobo now they to ho a Manchester United you to players no Liverpool no only G League last season no on also are the quality they just didn't buy you. They bought quality. Ebi mo buy and Yemen fire as expected. That is very true. But that doesn't mean the players no more toy no mo nim ball no more toy. Ebi no din any performance no more dynedy. E wo mo club mo dey ba no. Na e wo soro pa. Into the clearly omo no mo compete no. They are also buying quality. She Manchester City. She Chelsea. She Arsenal. Look at the purchases from my wo team ni mu. It's in as much as Manchester United be person be sorry no. Or competing with other clubs or so now you ready to mu jira mo na so. They mo mo say so person mu to be count. Those days are Manchester United. E to akesefo no mu jira mo na so mo say Alex Ferguson no. These clubs weren't spending like Manchester United.
Yeah.
But today obi e flexing the financial models. And tiene coach say na ye magic na the team. It's him the Samuri realize it. Nemum kana o ka se onim ebre pro onim na dudu obedi anza na Manchester United asore no no correct but aduma ne fa kese ne show no coach nensa
praise singing your rival club ana
oku there's a big game.
Yeah,
it could be one of the psychological games.
Okay,
normal of football.
Okay,
but yen hwe say asem no papa ne kan no kra na asa yen no kra. It's being a psychological game. That is the reality on the ground.
Kotoko praising heart of folk in a more of say Kotoko was stroche house and as a house was stroche it will take time and no subiana because okay this leads me to the Manchester Liverpool weekend tough game partner.
Oh yes,
say the biggest game in England.
Yeah.
And then nyama ya start kakra pato say
ba ko da form nti na abansa na no crowd still na a big game
sir.
Oh yes, kwaku Manchester United Liverpool, it's a big game on any
so let's give a context. History de kakrebi 1878 biggie calculate mame how many years 1878 how many years ni na mentra gibi mu kakra
147
147. Okay, so 147 years ago and a club way about wiase club way new team heat LYR near Lancaster Yorkshire Railway club way and Manchester United in one. Maybe Gensia Manchester and Liverpool for time choke crazy Man U Kasa their traditional colors in yellow and green.
Yeah.
And the big say but I'll check how many years 147 years ago.
Yeah.
So Manchester United they see Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway no ni nyina na say nipa na say club no we adwuma e railways So omu department baako.
There's a locomotive drivers in it.
What you say?
Locomotive drivers.
And also change.
Obi Ochi.
You find say
locomotive driver.
Okay. Into no omu department baako and omu say sa club no. Na omu say here no. Let me give you a context. I did a confusion. This is the map of England.
Okay.
Map of England no share London in here. Coffee Benyama me London in here. Say ebayi ana.
Yeah.
Coffee, is it clear? So this is London. Okay. So let's go to Liverpool and Manchester. I mean Fanchemu.
Okay.
Omo osoro. Inti ye ba obehu. Manchester ni and Liverpool. Inti no. Tum so omo osoro pa. Omo mben London baby ya. So this is Manchester. This is Liverpool. Inti. Emu say na ngo bia sa.
Yeah.
The can still be able say. Eye kura omo mienu eben.
Yeah.
Be emphasize Kumasi to Obuasi basically. What I say. Inti omo mienu ni. Now, back to what I was explaining. Manchester United for omo club we no. Be 14 years after and Liverpool for so eba. And on the ball. Me summarize it maybe bar. Even your kwan here club by club near details me person me can see it na. I said Liverpool for by in 1892 more baby and Liverpool the na chemu pen say Anfield no Mr. Job Holding on na eka Everton for no ho and also Beji Everton for this so mu use for the Everton for say derby and the akoti stadium and the Sadia Anfield no ye be ne papa ne send the Sadia me Anfield no be bomb so dia me amete club. And all the say the Liverpool. And maybe by even your kwan ye pa. That's because of time into the end. Now back to my conversation. Then say omo town omo ho no. E din kan e chance free e kro no mienu omo nka. E kro no omo mienu omo nka. Then say omo nka ne say this is Manchester in the 1880s. E kro no the ni Manchester pass omo yo edisika bakro no mu eye cotton ya ye de pamontade ye bibia asawa nyame shaw yasimu nyina yes one of the greatest and say ekura omu produce asawa pa Manchester.
Okay.
So mbetu no mo de call no de those days no enye plain asama ye shape asam no mo in Manchester chrono so ko mo tomo. And then I'm trying Liverpool. Yo. Liverpool for so say Manchester no e one baby no. Liverpool so adwuma. Almost say bi omo nya hwe. De kakra omo de chichi kro no e yo mo pot. Almost so de omo de chichi kro no. Inti economy to say Manchester. Liverpool atok what no a. Just omo di ba Liverpool. Na Liverpool pot no so etu ashipoko omo ti asumdwe mu na me bi ba ya Liverpool port no so omo so take advantage say yan fan kwa mo so
ozu nyeska
and omo so start so omo tum say sika se aje 1 cedi a say there 2 cedis what does it and Manchester for the derby ade na mo ye ne die mo be ya say adwuma Liverpool say na mo ya mo so ma de mo fa si mapamba so na mo nkwe I to say person kriti yan fa no say nkran akra those days na ebia nkran produce bibi our produce ya say bia mo de kwatama and kwa say a good example I think say this is so and the kwatama na tema for no so ashim na tema for so aje mo levi kakra what I say inti who will be my ancestors will be what I say
business and cost
but that time no now United for no sorry Manchester chrono as we build Liverpool for no kakra because say those days now United want to develop it because Liverpool he knew just a port no inti Manchester for no bad then ube tue sika na ube swade na dia akọ okay and I dream back send the sadia let's do this. One can start to say too natural, one can artificial canal. Instead of using
Manchester phone.
Kromu for. Chobe.
And there's that time the boys in the Shiaro.
Young Anapa. Wow, ye young beer the bra kofono or my gain some beso we say krono. If you mobile. Those days na communal labor ye jumo na say dey unim na kofuro bia se no be say do atam no. Those days na communal labor no na ye no say that's all.
Oh, me tibia che.
Omo jaye. Hey, but those days na ho. Say Gen Z no. Woka sakra on tiase.
So okoyo man aduma.
On tiase. Me say Gen Z no be ka say the way to swear. Those days no na communal labor, especially Saturdays morning. Obi a we akwada we pie. E bia say mo so no. Ya ukoya akwada bi e di watam. Di watam no. Inti no bigi inti kanana na mo yere nie. Chukuchaka no muntino. Omakasa ye Omakasa canal to beat the Liverpool Port.
Yeah.
The Liverpool Port. Hey! Sir! It's not more than money foul.
No more Liverpool beam.
And they fit you. Port no cry on one canal no. So on my canal no, I think today and that's all.
Wow.
Yeah. Canal no cronimu.
Wow.
Inti and the Swedish Liverpool Port na dia honestly
anyway they go this one queen on kan because inside they come to be Liverpool for
Liverpool Port na dia and in those days no Port na gina na so power England Southampton dia Liverpool dia only say Titanic ni wa kranka sankasa omo ye ankasa no kra no honest ankasa free Liverpool they from a white star BBB I refi honestly the in Titanic ankasa the owners are from Liverpool but a docket from Southampton to New York. Yeah. In the Liverpool Port now. Liverpool Port you see I don't know slave trade omo before na ye form e be call England ninya na omo de omo fa Liverpool Port wo. Nti nei nti na tuntum for be brebe wo Liverpool sa no.
Okay.
And maybe I will explain those days. Yeah, into no. Biggie, into starting from 2 towns Nankasanka because of Sadio. Into me still now qua. Ni padodo na mini amu no mo UK no be catch say man you for no Manchester I don't make Manchester crowd ma come you for ya.
No I represent crew.
I
represent crew no. And then Manchester United and can come here di na yeni. Me boa.
Asime pa
ni
muso kra den
and then Manchester United and the Tom Croro
Man City na Tom Croro e den
mo je se nrechi asem na abanja
they asem na make asem anu Manchester for no kra na so mo onfu say Croro no develop in Liverpool I think say with time we'll come back and explain into no biggie basically a Croro mienu no
Amonka.
Into no biggest clubs, my main for respecting Mamo, Man U, those days, I'm gonna be near the big club. In fact, the biggest club in Manchester, they are one. The Liverpool so basically they represent Liverpool Chrono. And no na. And the rivalry a chance, yes. And their first game, Liverpool won by 2-0. Okay. What I said, and they did it. So this is the basics. I just wanted to summarize the but sure. The summary of it basically.
But a very interesting story. And you say Obibe be there was because I thought I would didn't want to ask you team to be on the kind of passion and they at the Omudura matches whenever they meet Kwaku. I had not a different thing altogether. Different crowd. Maybe a bit me about Manchester United that form and the man could yim famano. But Liverpool, they play the game with a different kind of energy. Liverpool at that form, yes, and correct. But Manchester United and following Manchester United, the energy to play the game is different. You go play on the campus or buy now. You dig kind orientation, the man orientation a chair say, Massa, in Kofo, you know when you free, you know among cat, or be a baba be and then you are and this old Gina Park, no, they are doing for 4 crowd level and for also good games and answer morning conquer. And some of these stories are very important.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's how can they make a minimum.
Yes, I think
we need to rivals. There is that kind of rivalry between them. Anytime you go share piano, they attach some sort of seriousness and aggression to the game. Meaning that this is the story behind and some of these stories are very, very important.
I think that with time we'll be explaining in Yemen Bebre. It gives meaning because Manchester, you know, so we catch on Newton Heat, LYR, Wabi Breba, Railway, no. On said, no, the United class say, a capuno bro, a good club, no. Those days they were owing 2,670 pounds, my kai figure, 2,670 pounds, and a number decker. Those days, no, 80s, into the all the bed there, a huge money, into ye guno, because and you see, can you see ye, a won't workers, locomotive drivers. Into I want some for ye beer. What I say until say owner Barca John W. Henry. On one case Sikenila too. A best sell club more sister club the bar Manchester United say a crony in ano. Say 80 no. What I say entina mo abaye to say mona club no mo ye mo dia, but the city is the Manchester City. Anyway, and maybe and moving on, so we'll also discuss the Manchester City because one of those things are them best Nipa has say no Biggie. I think with time we need to explain these clubs, no. Baby biano, obiano, and we say are important part because normally your clubs the winning baby are ebi almost say Ghana map na ye can ebi atamale. What the northern side club be na ho.
So we share map idea. Liverpool ne Manchester United say Ghana nkomu osiremu.
I got what can say.
Nkomu.
And one watch him. We ba cho so we win ya Manchester ni Liverpool ne. We share baby around the sha. London ni.
The garden they had you the one start be. No northern part.
We be can say the Benedict. Not nam susuni. I think say any very special video near church premiership clubs will be was sending bear normally I don't think they say Manchester say okobobo we are simple what say
two coin dey
Chelsea call Nottingham what I say Chelsea obe move from aqua Nottingham what I say exactly in the same way, Chelsea for more Manchester be ball and kind of wakakra. Unlike Sabia or ball clubs around maybe our 1-1. But I think say you see kind with time we'll be explaining some of these things. No one will send you sit here. Big FIFA ranking so top 10 Ibenya Spain, Argentina, France, England, Portugal, blah 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 blah. But what's checking in annual? Africa the one. Morocco that 12 in the world number 1. Senegal tossum you 18th in the world. Egypt tossum in the world 32 and 32nd. Algeria 35th in the world toss of 4 for Africa. 5th Nigeria 41st in the world. 6th Cote d'Ivoire 42nd in the world. Also, and Tunisia also 7th. 43rd in the world. Mali, Jesus Christ, 53rd in the world. I see it brutal. Cameroon, 54th in the world. South Africa, 59th in the world. Ghana, 14th, 73rd in the world. Into Africa so top 10 anymore.
Oh yes, sure say ama down when it comes to the FIFA rankings. The recent performance in the AFCON qualifiers. Monday morning so about 6 matches competitive game. Now 6 matches went to me and we be draw me and losses me and Niger for home. I think one of the reasons into a from our rankings, getting the opportunity at the world stage. And no, I had about to be redeeming.
Yeah, and you
have to perform well.
And a redemption. That's a job any day. B. In Komobi cost 1%. What do I do to be? Why says Sky say do any decline rise? Season way. We will say who debate. Sorry, but statistics according to Sky for. In terms of passes completion, means me so time because it's by stats bianwa. It looks like so many sudie Kaisedo ranking bebre chain that of decline rise. Now this debate we yampo debate we
question and kameba bebisa no me jitum se park na so no kwaku say ye best players are yen konkohwe only the best goalkeeper, best defender, best right back anyone there be ye Ballon d'Or FIFA best any ade na ye the best player and you know obetimi compare player bia to player bia at times, but there are times a comparison we all needed because these are players they play in different roles.
Exactly.
Different positions.
Exactly.
With different profiles.
Exactly.
And this ode to tohwa e to Diana kwakwa ko ye bibie wo hono. The Moises Caicedo na juma mo ankasa as a defensive midfielder, a destructive midfielder, an obstructive midfielder. He's the best in the Premier League.
And yeah, no so na Declan Rice.
And yeah, no na Declan Rice and so yeah.
And no Martin Zubimendi Arsenal.
And he said, "Oh, compared to Bimendi, any Caicedo, better." So, but Namidi Kaika said,
"You run any Declan Rice versus Enzo Fernandez."
Yes, that would be perfect. Declan Enzo, perfect. So, but to compare him to Caicedo and to compare Caicedo to Declan, there, I feel say be although me jitu me Namidi Kaika say, "Ye world best player." Ye best player o mode mo kon kan na the amount it will be one more few say once I ye ba ko dey obetimi compare obia but looking at the profiles and the roles of these two players there at this moment me compare omo enye
bigi me wa sam bi bisaw share squeeze no so nipa ye fair to man you ana because I man you play anka o mbemene no pa kwaku the last 5 matches when your number of goals to short.
For Manchester
United, 0 shots last 5 games or more shots.
People are always not fair to Manchester United.
Oh, where they moody them.
It is where they moody them. That is the fact. Yes. With no disrespect to Chelsea. Chelsea supporter will be agitum saying Chelsea are friendly Manchester. A fact.
Is that the more bluff for us?
Yes, sir. So, looking at Manchester United players, Oman performing any idea come for Becan other clubs there in Canada. People are not talking about Alexander Isak. People are not talking about Florian Wirtz. But these players looking at Sika and Kofa and then the performance are normal dining in their respective clubs. Before joining Liverpool, at the same time, you come once and crown, but people are not talking about them that much because they be on a Manchester United player. Victor Gyökeres, the last 7 matches he has played for us now,
yeah,
nobody is talking about that.
On the Mikel Arteta cast and be okay na Makai. Arteta say on you worried. Also catch Victor Gyökeres say, oh here striker. Obana go to crowd to me sha mad nkofo beka ebebo dawo obebo normal ball na wo no say sade no unto catch also catch Gyökeres say so hwe na se pressure be fa no se ko bas ntimi hwe go say mane ma Arsenal so catch na boy say unso inti goes name no say
Arteta. Honestly speaking, Arteta is a very good manager and a very good communicator. The entire maker say he's only doing a good PR work for the player.
Okay.
Yes. Mikel Arteta ne kofa Gyökeres bae. Kwaku say now open so and after one peneso. Once finally player never signed it is assumed to say coach no one of my primary player buy. Say you can estimate bar. Praise is Liverpool Mikel Arteta. Today we talk about Gabriel Martinelli performance. We talk about Eberechi as a performance. We talk about Bukayo Saka performance. So I'm going money Konkaya, Mikel Merino. When he's scoring goals, he's performing well. Of course, Spanish national team will coach goals in Pono. Amount for elbow coach Mikel Arteta Dio Kwaku just because of what? Because any player or you want more club side.
Yeah.
It's a koye be count there and koye be so ya there account. It is a Joker's performance and Konkaya. You remember Arteta did their battle. So Arteta has to start taking the pressure off the player. Then he makes it look like say they are maybe pen or oil.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the day, some of your coach. Now they are pen or oil from Tobia. It's Arteta as a manager and a communicator. He's doing very well for the player.
Very well.
Arteta can who say the problem. And it's last season, last 2 seasons, last 3 seasons. Oh, this second, not only number 9. I will show goals to be any man. It is a Kobase ya na say ye we are. Na Salamo peki omo form wa. Haaland mu she bebre ba. E be wi ase na league no 1 cent mi anye. Onfa no into the team. It be sure say we ni ensema o ka wa bonten. But inside when the player na be kasa. So the player to be able to do more and get more.
And I think say even the player, the more he goes on a season drought, no, a dose one psychologically will affect him. No matter what the coach are catching, it will affect him.
Yes. A bit affected.
I mean, to say Metawichi said, I want to say,
oh yes.
Or painting picture be the atray.
Yes.
But deep there.
Yes. At the said will be a dish. Young can't dish anymore about thing.
Okay.
Or deep bonus saying. A Busiano Baba be defending one thing. But he didn't call them one. Because the movement of Becan anymore about thing. Or good dish anymore said the actual more Macano.
Biggie, last one person maybe so. Rashford. Coach, you know, also used to position for an answer or show good, but still now you're comfortable because then what trial he had Drew Baldi as the left wing. Yes, when himself I feel anyone, Rashford that is so much kakra. It is so bad try will be or hono. Let just say on your content ana.
There are deficiencies in the Barcelona setup. Injuries. For Barcelona team. So when you get to that stage, the assessor will say obepe solution. In finding the solution, no, sign at the NCT. Robert Lewandowski, the performance hasn't been bad, but the age, any idea, any injuries, back setbacks, any idea, coach, you know, if you are taking a year Robert Lewandowski out of the squad, so Robert Lewandowski, no, number 9 position for Barcelona, Ferran Torres in the Bebo. Ferran Torres and Ancasa, the fitness level to saying. But Rashford on the flanks, say obey me among numbers. It's there are times, coach, you show ball now, numbers now, day man. No, a peck coin for you, obey me fast where you see where them fast or beba. Lionel Messi, Barcelona, was a typical winger. I in him Lionel Messi. What ban anymore, and answer what background, point or Baba number 10, which is behind the striker. But it got to a point that Pep Guardiola realized here. Say on the flanks, Messi numbers and all the mameno. Say offensive goal post in the eye to beat me and the season he used Messi as a force number 9 in a calendar year, January to December. Messi shared the most goals I want to carry in a calendar year, 91 goals.
So are you trying to say Rashford as a number 9 possibility? And you're possible. Rashford, even at Manchester United, one complaint is on to me 9. Also wings one up piano.
There be the open especially when there are problems.
Rashford in the 9 day. On you be betting about 9 at
Manchester United now. There were times I will bobby.
Occasionally he can play and score goals, but open consistently. And Rashford ball don't say Rashford or you be for ball not 2 man mean to me can.
Yes.
But someone number 9 they be an echi and they shape no.
Yes.
Just or 10 answer. And the Barcelona so both teams are ball low block. Say I can't the Barcelona both teams now. Teams need decide say more higher. Rashford can use exactly. But low block there. One no and ben one the problem you know chain. Into you be technically we are good at no issues.
That is very true, but I feel that in difficult situations, you have to find solutions. And then you being a coach and to flick person.
Okay.
Barca is in a difficult situation.
Okay.
And these are some of the things. And so for me, I think Marcus for numbers, you know, the abandon so no. The coach, you know, a makeshift rule, a different ruler. I was also trying to adjust it because one of the conversations that popped up before joining Barcelona was said Rashford now Barcelona no one a good player because the front three positions will be baby.
Yes, true.
When the need has arrived, that's what I now only option Kwaku.
Well,
to help.
How do you want? Yeah, call next video. Bye bye.